Sup peeps, let's do Secret Room 10 of Doom Tower Hard Rotation 1. So here we're doing HP champions only, which is kind of funny because it means we're probably going to be able to use one of my favorite nukers 3 rooms in a row. So if that irks you because you happen to not have Magnar, then my apologies. Uh, there are always other ways. In the notes, I've got number 2 on the list is if you don't have really good nukers to help you get through, crowd control. Crowd control is always good. I have Rx. She is a free champion in a way that you kind of get her eventually. Um, you just have to be playing long enough. Uh, with Magnar, you kind of don't want HP burn. So I'd sort of like to bring him, but I'd also rather just hit harder with Magnar, and I think the HP burn will just make everything take longer. We can take Emic. We can take... Um, have I geared him? I don't know if I've geared Timid the Fool. I think I actually haven't. But you know what? We'll bring this guy, and we'll bring Vogoth. I think I'm pretty confident with that choice. We could even bring a rare just for the whole crowd control thing. But why make it harder? So we could bring Vogoth. He's got crowd control. Maybe instead of the block damage, which is very OP, maybe we'll just bring him instead. Just to have an example of a good crowd control rare built in a stun set. He's in a stun set and he's got a crazy good provoke on his A1. So I'm happy with this team. And my coaster keeps sticking in my water and then landing in my lap. It's like I'm being assaulted by my own stuff. So, oh, and also we've got unkillable on Emic as well. So there's seriously very little risk of us dying. I'm even just gonna go for his A1. We'll start with his A1, and we'll see what kind of crowd control we get up to. So this is where the damage is coming from. Unfortunately, it's going to be a bunch of weak hits against this first team. But here, we can try to stun them. Boom! We got some provokes, we got some stuns. We got all kinds of debuffs, because I even gave her the leech mastery. I forget what it's called. So we've got... only one of them's even not stunned. He's already provoked. So we can hit him again. Oh, and we got a stun. That's pretty funny. So this team is absolutely controlled. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna take it slow. I'm gonna not try to go too quickly, just to make sure we are safe. Because the last thing I want is to get cocky and then have the enemies kind of combo us. So we'll just attack, and nobody's going to go soon, so we'll just use the A1. Get a bunch of provokes again. Let's use the AoE, why not? Boom. We get a whole bunch of stuns off. Let's just try to hammer our way through these guys. Honestly, I'm thinking we could probably even just run this on full auto. Why not? Hopefully things don't go too wrong. I don't know, I hit auto and then immediately I start seeing them attacking. But Emic's got the unkillable thing. Vogoth is going to be pumping back some healing into the party. So these are things we can rely on. Also, once we get close to the end, just to make sure we A1 cycle, although it didn't matter. Didn't even matter. But here, I'm going to keep this on manual just for a little bit, because Santa can kind of make this very difficult for us to deal with, because if too many of them go unkillable, that'll be kind of annoying to deal with. Although, Rx, come to think of it, removes buffs with her A1 frequently enough. So you know what? Heck with it. Let's just go full auto and sit back and enjoy the fruits of our labor. So basically, if you don't have really strong crowd controllers, like most of these ones, basically 3 of these champions kind of inherently are good crowd controllers. That's why I absolutely love Sentinel. This guy's maybe one of the best rares in the game because he has good crowd control cooked into just his kit already. Particularly for a rare, it's amazing. But I also like to put my rares into stun sets just for faction wars, for the city of Cintranos, for the daily advanced quests where you have to use a rare in faction wars. I said that already, I think, come to think of it. I'm sorry. I'm just rattling things off the top of my head. I don't script these. I didn't even know what this room was going to be. That's part of the fun. I kind of wanted to include the thought process of assembling the teams. So that's what you're getting. If you want something a little more organized, then by all means, find another content creator. God knows there's enough of us. Um, but I do like to think I am at least as efficient as most of the other content creators I see. Uh, all things considered. I mean, some of my videos are hours long, but it's because I'm doing something. And again, a lot of content creators do that. Why am I apologizing? Who am I apologizing to? Is somebody criticizing me? I don't know. Somebody criticize me in the comments so that I can then justify this defense that I'm giving. Because otherwise, I'm defending myself for no reason. So yeah, feel free to dislike and start criticizing me in the comments. Actually, I'd advise against that because honestly, if you say something mean to me in the comments, I've really only had like 1 or 2 mean comments ever. You people are all quite nice, in fact. But whenever I get a nasty comment, I just ignore it anyway. So it doesn't really matter. So you know do whatever you like. If you leave a nasty comment, I'll probably still read it. I just won't respond. But anyway, um, stun sets, fearsome presence mastery. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here, but like this was super easy. I mean, I was thinking I might do this manually, but it's faster to just let the team run. As long as you have enough crowd control cooked into the team, you probably don't even need to do it cautiously. The rare room, which was I think Secret Room 5 was the rare attack one, um, that you need to be a lot more cautious because a lot can go wrong and you don't necessarily have a lot of support. Like we got great support here. If you have Vogoth, put him in the final slot. You may have noticed I put him in position 5. You just about always want Vogoth in the last position because when you get hit by an AoE, oh look, I lost somebody right at the tail end. So I guess it wasn't a big deal. But anyway, Vogoth in the final slot is where he's best because then he gets hit last and that's when he puts the healing out to everybody else. So you will start the next turn with somebody having more health. And it just occurs to, I'm getting that sad realization. The only one that could actually remove this was Eric's, and she's dead. So now we have to wait. We have to wait, and hopefully there's not too much crowd control going on here. Isn't it the worst thing ever if you have a crowd controller and you're hitting somebody that's unkillable and they just never die? Yeah, it's the worst. But anyway, that's all I've got to say about this room. Thanks for stopping by. See you on the next video. Take care.